Welcome to Simple Faith, where our goal is to help you practice faith daily. This week, we're tackling a subject that makes many people uncomfortable. Are you excited? Here we go. Why does Jesus care so much about money? If you've spent much time around church, you've probably heard people say things like, all the church ever talks about is money. What's interesting is that Jesus actually talked more about money than any other subject. Not because he wanted something from people, because he wanted something for people. Jesus understood something we often miss. Money is never just about money. It's a window into the heart. This week, we're going to discover why Jesus talked about money so often and why his teaching is more relevant than ever. Several years ago, a financial advisor was asked a simple question: how can you tell what's most important to somebody? People expected him to talk about personality assessments or interviews, and he said, show me their calendar and their bank statement. His point was simple. Our priorities eventually reveal themselves, not through our intentions, but through our investments. Jesus says something similar in Matthew 6, where your treasure is, there your heart will also be. Notice what he doesn't say. He doesn't say where your heart is, your treasure will be. He reverses it. Where your treasure goes, your heart will follow. And that's fascinating. Most of us think our spending follows our heart. Jesus says our hearts often follow our spending. Now think about it. When you invest in something, you naturally begin paying attention to it. If you buy stock in a company, you're suddenly interested in that company. If you buy a house, you start caring about the neighborhood. If your child starts playing sports, you suddenly know all the scores and standings. Why? Because investment creates attachment. Jesus understood this principle. Our money has a unique ability to direct our affection. What we fund often becomes what we focus on. And that is why Jesus isn't primarily concerned about dollars. He's concerned about devotion. He's asking, what is capturing your heart? What's receiving your trust? What is shaping your priorities? And then he gives a warning. Do not store up treasures on earth. Now, Jesus isn't condemning wise planning. He's addressing misplaced confidence, because everything on earth is temporary. Cars wear out, homes need repairs, technology becomes outdated, careers end, markets rise and fall, and Jesus isn't saying earthly things are bad. He's saying they're just fragile, and fragile things make poor foundations. The problem isn't possessing money. The problem is allowing money to possess us. So ask yourself today, where's my treasure going? What receives my best energy, my best attention, my greatest investment? The answer may reveal where my heart is headed. So this week, we're going to practice a spiritual discipline of being generous, yet being simple about it. Generous simplicity. Generous simplicity means intentionally choosing contentment over accumulation so we can become more available to God and more generous towards others. Today, identify one thing you don't need. Instead of buying it, set that amount aside for generosity. Here's a simple way to do that. When you go to Amazon, whatever you're wanting to buy, just put it in the Save for Later category and don't buy it. Instead, use that money to be generous to someone else. Tomorrow, we're going to discover why Jesus says money creates a vision problem, and what he teaches might completely change how you see your life. Make sure you pass this along to a friend. Make sure that you subscribe to the podcast so you get everyone this week, and we will see you tomorrow, and keep it simple.